Year. Well, for a lot of us, we say that, right? Because we want it to be a happy new year. We want things to be better and we want things to be different. What are we willing to do for that though? To make our own year happy? I've been thinking about this all day. Who decides what happiness looks like? I think it's kind of decided by society, what happiness is or means. Well, I feel like while we're out there trying to hold the standards of society, what really happens is either one, go totally broke, two, we're completely stressed out because society thinks we should have these things. That's what they go by, things and the way we look. I'm at the point where I see too many people's lives ruined. So I'm done with society. I'm done. I don't care what society thinks of me. How can I be done? By opening my eyes and opening my heart. It seems like everything in our lives is measured and prioritized by society. Does society really care about you? The society that decides what you should have is the society that doesn't care if you're broke, if you're about to lose everything that you have. Society doesn't care if you don't speak up about your child being abused by a family member. Do you think society cares about your child that might be gay, wants to commit suicide or has committed suicide because you are ashamed of them and you refuse to stand up for them because of what society thinks? How about that addict you have in your family and you condemn them, trying to just hush everything up and try to meet that standard of society because of what your neighbors think? What is society going to think about it? You should really care about your child, and you shouldn't care so much about how society feels about that. I made a friend recently. I call him Mr. John. Mr. John is over 90 years old and one of the most amazing people I've ever met. I meet with Mr. John for coffee and he is still looking for his truth, right? We talk about really deep stuff. He can teach me so much. And for some reason, he loves to listen to me. He said something that stuck with me. You know, Connie, we'll all have a big mouth until rubber hits the road. And you have your child at home confessing to you. Then you're confronted with it. And then what are you going to do? No, but until that day comes, you dare talk about your neighbor's child. You dare talk about your sister's child. You dare to talk about everybody but yourself. But what is it going to take for you to say, enough, I'm done with society. You, society, I am done with you. This all reminds me of a story in the Bible. So there was this woman and she cheated on her husband. His teachers and of course society, they said by Moses' law that she should be stoned to death. Jesus said, okay, let's do it. I want the first person that has never sinned to throw the first rock. Well, one by one they all disappeared. But that's our society. We don't want to admit to our own faults. And we just love to cover up stuff to make us look better. I've done that in the past. Many times. Many times. I'm done with society. 2019 is going to be different for me. It's going to be very different for me.